Welcome to a brand new episode of the Post Game. I'm your host, Davion. I'm back with Allon, Emmett,
So
Hey,
and my boy Braxton for the first time. Welcome to the Post Game, man.
what up? What up? What up? What up?
Yeah, so today we are doing some NBA free agency, some additions, some subtractions. We're gonna go through, talk about our favorite teams and what they have done so far. Looking at the consensus of the NBA so far, like what's been your favorite move that's happened so far? Okay. I mean, I personally, I think I know I'm a big Nuggets guy. Like I like the I don't I'm not a Nuggets fan, but I like the Nuggets. But I think them trading away Michael Porter Jr., saving them like $20 million and going to get Cam Johnson has been a very productive trade. Um and I mean that's what I've liked so far. It's been so much around the NBA. But tell me, what are y'all liking? What are y'all liking so far?
So far, I'm liking the recent pickup with the Clippers, dog, with Bradley Beal on
Bradley
it.
Beal?
Brandon.
That, that's gonna be an interesting team if everybody can stay healthy. If
Bro,
everybody can
that's the same. That's just like picking up PG back, bro. I don't really see it.
think
You can't
so,
stay healthy, bro.
that's the biggest thing with a lot of teams. A lot of teams are getting older now, so everybody just health is like the biggest thing. I think what PG, I think he went through a surgery, a knee surgery recently. I think I just seen that earlier. He went through a surgery. I think a B battling injuries. I think their whole team battling injuries. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Sixers, I ain't got nothing there. Sixers are they just don't have enough, and Embiid can't stay healthy. So they're not a calling call for me. But the East is wide open.
Yeah, the East is definitely wide open. I'm telling you, the sleeper team in the East is gonna be the Raptors. I
Rap.
like the Raptors are gonna be sleepy team in the East.
One of the ones I was thinking about, the Hawks, man.
Yeah,
Like the Hawks have gone out there and done work. I mean, going out and getting Kristaps Porzingis, getting Luke Kennard, going out and getting Nikhil Alexander Walker. Like those four, like three players, they aren't. Well, obviously Kristaps is a great player, but those are players that just helps your team when it comes to depth, when it comes to starting, like from top to bottom. That just elevated their team from being an 8 seed to, in my
Yeah.
opinion, a top four, top three seed easily.
The
Mhm.
Hornets might do something this year too. I mean, the East is wide open. It's like everybody's injured. So I mean, I don't think they're gonna be like top 10, but they can definitely, be a play-in team.
Who? The
It's,
Hornets?
yeah, they
you
got
could
the talent.
What do y'all think about the Hornets, man? Hometown team, like, I mean, I mean, you're the Hornets fan, what are you thinking?
Mm, um, I don't know, the score like the Hawks, like they sort of got some guys in the draft and free agency where like I feel like teams like the that usually in the bottom, like I feel like the Hawks and the Hornets and like the Pistons last year, like they like decided to like stop like just putting a bunch of young dudes on the team and like actually pick up some guys that like fit like more like kind of even if they're not the most talented, like they're winning players, like they kind of fit in the system. Like
Yeah.
so like I think Salon's point, like if they got a lot of depth now, so if people get hurt, like they got dudes that can like step up and like actually win games, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, to the Pistons' point, Duncan Robinson, man. I mean, I think that just adds somebody who can spread the floor out completely. I mean, yes, there are times when Duncan Robinson isn't great, but I think that's a great pickup for them, for the Pistons. Just adding somebody who can space the floor out. I mean, let's talk about Jordan Poole get traded to the
yeah.
Pelicans. What are y'all thinking about? What are y'all thinking about that move, man?
I'm looking at it. I didn't even know they traded for Sadiq Bey too.
Yeah.
'Cause he didn't even play last.
I mean, does that move the Pelicans to, I mean, because they also went and got drafted Derek Queen. Do
They're
these
still gonna be trash, bro.
yeah,
Derek Queen
They're
fresh.
still gonna be trash.
stop.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
still gonna be trash.
Stop. I
they gonna
just
be here.
I think
I
they'll
don't
be
believe in
fine.
Zion, bro. I just don't. He can't stay healthy. He's out of shape every season. So I,
I'll say this.
I don't see it, bro.
I'll say this. I'm I, I agree with that statement that I don't believe in Zion statement. I don't either. I don't think I think he'll be this is going to contradict itself, a mediocre superstar for the rest of his career. Like he'll be some star on a bad team for the rest of his career. Granted, do I think the move that they've gone out and make this summer hasn't been great? I think Jordan Poole's a dominant young point guard, productive, who can shoot the ball as well. I like that move a lot. I think going out and getting Kevon Looney, championship center, like he's a very good center, and not a lot of people give him credit to how good he is. I think that's a good move. And then drafting Derek Queen as well. I actually like that move, and I think that would help Zion and the rest of that team really be productive. I mean, again, the West is tough though. Like the West isn't going to be easy with the Clippers. You have whatever the Lakers do. I mean, going out is DeAndre Ayton that guy for the Lakers?
He's not.
In the pick and roll, it'll be nice because
Uh,
he's
Uh,
I don't.
pick and roll is good. So
We need a wing. We need a wing. That's what we need. We need another solid wing.
yeah, bro, signing him, that's a desperation move. Like
But it wasn't a bad pickup.
the
I said.
body in the paint, but like
but
it's just not
there were so
Jeff
many
Green
other
mover.
moves. Like, why go DeAndre Ayton? I think there were other moves like Clint.
They could have gotten Kristaps for sure. For what
Absolutely.
the Hawks got for him, like or had to give up. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
y'all sleeping on Aiton, bro.
Bro,
Like,
I probably
you just
am.
said Derek Queen is trash, but you just said DeAndre Ayton is good. Like, what are we doing?
well, who did I say was trash?
No, he
Derek
didn't say
Queen. Oh,
the Pelicans gonna be trash. I don't know. The Pelicans
Um,
got
No,
those.
it's just that like Zion, he can't stay healthy, bro. He hasn't been in the playoffs. He's been in the league for how long? 6 years and hasn't made the playoffs.
well,
That's my point
the
right there.
Benson family doesn't care about the Pelicans. They care about the Saints, and they don't
Yeah.
invest in the Pelicans. That's what it's always been. Like, that's just the real life behind it.
like yeah, the Pelicans, like they kind of had to do something like the Jordan move because who is it? Murray's injured from
Yeah,
most of this year, and like
Yeah.
when he's like a solid big, but like Derek Queen's fine, but like they traded I think up like I don't know 6 spots and they gave up like their first next year.
yeah,
Or it's like the whoever is worse between the Pelicans and the Bucks, like the Hawks get that pick, and both of those teams like could be
pretty bottom.
gone. Like so I don't know if it's worth it first.
I mean,
Derek.
speaking of the Bucks, like signing Miles Turner, waiving Damian Lillard, extending Bobby Portis, Kevin Porter Jr., re-signing Gary Trent Jr. as well, Gary Harris. Like, do we think do the noise has quieted down since now we're a couple weeks into NBA free agency, but do we think Giannis will be a Buck for the rest of his life, or even for the rest of or even next season?
He'll be back next season, but I don't know about we'll see.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I got
as
how long his contract is though, because didn't he just sign an extension or something like that recently?
2 years ago. I think a year and a half ago he signed an extension. 2 years ago he signed an extension so that'll be a 3-year extension, 4-year extension. So I mean I think he might be in contract till 2028, probably. I mean, but the thing is that like to me they haven't done anything. Like if I'm be honest, they haven't done anything to keep me here.
nah, bro, they just screwed themselves, man. Unless they win a chip in the next 5 years, like that was a horrible move,
I
bro.
don't
Like
I don't get the roster. Like the roster just doesn't look like a championship roster.
I
It
just
doesn't.
think that they don't have enough money to like actually get good dudes.
Yeah,
Like they have to pay Lillard like $24
For the
million.
next 5 years.
Yeah,
For the
like
first 5 years.
they're so screwed. Miles Turner ain't gonna turn them into a champion. He'll turn them to maybe a top 7 seed, but like, nah, man, they
is
screwed
that not a
themselves. They just
lateral move?
huh?
Is that not a lateral move?
My Brooke Lopez.
Like yeah, yeah. I mean, I just don't think like if I'm Miles Turner, why? Like, I get it, more money, but why would I want to go to Milwaukee?
I don't know, man.
I
And they just went to the he just came from the finals. Like I don't even get it. He should have
exactly.
Nah,
stayed.
I think it was the money. Like the
just,
apparently the Pacers didn't want to pay the luxury tax.
yeah. He said something about not
So
getting.
stupid. Like so dumb.
I mean, but again, okay, the money. I'm going to go from Indiana to Milwaukee. Indiana were just in the finals. Yes, their star is going to be out next season, but they have enough talent to get themselves deep in the East, if we're being real. Um,
They're gonna be a first round exit for sure.
who the Pacers?
Oh,
Yeah, they're
um,
gonna go to the playoffs, but first round, second round for
Yeah, I
sure.
mean, I don't
Those-
don't think they haven't done enough
Yeah,
to bounce back. Like they haven't added a center. They haven't really had a replacement for Tyrese. So I mean, yes, they're gonna get bounced, but like I think if Miles stay there, then I think, and honestly for him, like if you think about it, like they've been calling for his head for the past 6 years. Like for
yeah.
the past 6 years, they've been like, all right, either you're gonna stay or you're gonna go. And so I get it. I get like, all right, I want to leave. Like I've been here long enough and I'm over it. But anyway. I mean, let's just keep jumping around then. Like another team who's had a very productive season or off season so far and will probably be the best team in the West. Maybe the Houston Rockets, Clint Capella, Dorian Finney-Smith, Steve Adams. You traded for KD, Jeff Green for some veteranship, Fred VanVleet, who's inconsistent, and then Jabari Smith. Like, talk me. What are y'all thinking about this Rockets team? Like, are they championship or bust? Western Conference Final or bust?
but I mean, yeah, and they should have kept Dylan Brooks though. I mean, I don't like Dylan Brooks, but they should have kept him. They
No.
should have. They should have. They should have for sure.
And
Not
what?
if I'm not if I'm getting KD. I'm gonna trade Dylan
No,
Brooks.
I'm just saying off of like the defensive side of things. Like you got to have somebody like a dog like that on your team. They don't
Dylan,
have that.
Dylan
They
Brooks,
got Jabari Smith. He's a defensive guy.
and
Mm,
Dylan
Or
Brooks is a clown.
still, though, he played good in the playoffs. He didn't play bad.
He got in foul trouble though.
Yeah,
See
he
why?
did, but he wasn't that bad.
He couldn't stay on the court.
That's what I'm saying. He got in foul trouble a lot though.
Like my thing with Dylan Brooks is that series when he was on what the Grizzlies, he was self-made, and he got beat by Braun. He moves down, gets traded to or signs that extension or a contract with the Rockets. To me, doesn't do enough to keep himself there, and then he gets bounced. Like that's just a harsh reality of the game. Like I mean, but Kevin Durant's one of the top five player in the NBA, in my opinion. Simple as that. What do we like? How productive do we still think he can be?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I think if the Rockets were in the East, yes, it's like championship or bust or like
Yeah,
West final. But like the West is so deep that like I don't think that it like they're in such a good spot where like if something goes wrong, like they got so much young dudes and draft picks and where they could pivot if they want. But like
yeah,
I don't know, KD, like he's never been on like a team with this much depth. Like he's played with stars before, but the dudes around them, like I don't know. Like it'll be weird if for whatever reason he averages like below 22 points a game. Like
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. Like, like Kevin Durant, like I think what you said to this point, like he shouldn't have to do everything this year. He shouldn't have to kill his body. Will he still be Kevin Durant? Absolutely. But I mean, that's just the nature of what it is. Like I'm excited to watch this Rockets team. They were number two team in the NBA last year. They could definitely compete for that number one spot. With the Thunder, but who know? I mean, the Thunder went out and spent some money re-signing Jalen Williams, extending Shea, extending Chet, extending J Dub as well. Like you have your big three wrapped up for the next 3 years or 5 years. Do y'all think that was a good move, or do y'all think like that move will come back to bite them?
It's gonna come back to bite them. Look at Boston because you got to think about it. One of them gets injured, is they're gonna have to bust it off. So
it's
Uh,
it's more the Chet contract, man. Like I don't think he's proved to get all that money. That's kind of
and
crazy.
that is a lot of money too. That
Or
is a lot of
the
money.
other two, like I'm okay with it, but like that Chet contract might be really, really bad.
I mean, I like the. Listen, think about this. When they had James Harden, KD, and the Westbrook, and they didn't pull the trigger at that point, and they crumbled, and now three superstars are running around the NBA. I think they were like, listen, let's get this wrapped up early. And I understand and I get it. And I think Chet is one of the one. I'm more worried about J Dub than Chet. because I think, there are inconsistencies in J-Dub's game, but I think he'll like I don't think he's an inconsistent player. I won't throw that title on him, but I think there are times when he's very up and down throughout the season. Granted, we found out that he tore something like a ligament in his wrist at the beginning of the playoffs. So that's definitely a big reason to why he couldn't be who he wanted to be. But like for me, like I like the three. I like the extensions. I think they don't go into effect until after next season. So, and you think about this. Think about the Golden State Warriors back when they had their dynasty. Steph, Draymond, Clay. What did that team do year after year? They went out and got players for around that team. They never really broke up that three, and they went out and got star players around them. If you look at that was it 2022 when they beat the Celtics? Like that team was built up around a big three and great role players who can dominate.
They
Same,
had a bunch of my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. They had a bunch of 3-and-D guys. That's what they
exactly.
had.
Same with the Nuggets when they won it a couple years ago. Like that's what the NBA is going to become now. If you can draft really well, if you can draft three superstars and then surround them with 3-and-D guys, that's how you win a championship. Look at what the Nuggets went out and go. They went out and brought Bruce Brown back. They went out and got a pure scorer or someone who can score and be defensive threat in Cam Johnson, Tim Hardaway Jr. They signed him as well, and then Jonas Valanciunas if he plays. If he, who knows if he's going to play or not. That's crazy, by the way. But like that's just, I think that's what the nature of the NBA is going to be for now on. And look at let's talk about the Golden State Warriors. They've done nothing. They have done nothing.
Yeah. I
Uh,
think to your point, the Pacers too, like they got to the finals by depth and like they had a couple star dudes, but like no one really cared who was shooting the ball. Like
no,
just kind of
and I think we're gonna see a change in the NBA. Like we're gonna like we're entering in that season right now where we are going to say goodbye to some of the greats. I think LeBron's done after this season. I think obviously Chris Paul has already announced that he is done. I mean, there's gonna be a couple other guys who retire at the end of the season, and we're gonna start seeing a big step in the new generation of the NBA. And so, again, a team like Phoenix, like you know, they re-signed Devin Booker to an extension to keep him there till 2030. Dylan Brooks in the trade, Jalen Green in the trade, Mark Williams in the trade. Like a team like that to me in the West just isn't going to be good enough. I personally, I know y'all aren't gonna like this, but on my list of players I don't think or I think are overrated. Devin Booker is on that list. Just simple as that. And I've been saying it for years, so it's not even a surprise. Simple. Sorry. I mean, but like the thing is, I just don't think that team is going to be good enough to compete. I think I missed off this on the Bucks, but the reason the Bucks are going to be bad is because they have a terrible head coach in Doc Rivers. He's horrible, and we know
My
that.
question to you is what makes him overrated?
Bro, he's always been to me.
I,
He's just
Like,
I
this.
wouldn't say overrated. I just think he fits in that mold of players that you could say is like
He's like Iverson.
baller, but he's not gonna be a winning guy like Beal a little bit.
yeah,
Like the reason
I
why the
disagree.
Suns got that far was because they got Chris Paul, like Mikal Bridges, like dudes like that, Jay Crowder that like contribute to winning. So Devin Booker is like kind of the scorer for that. But like he's just like I don't say he's overrated, but like I think for the money he gets, it's like I mean
Crazy
he's
work.
putting up empty stats almost.
I mean, if you sit here and think, here's the question. If you sit here and think about it, when you think about Devin Booker, like, in my mind, I would never put him as a dog, a killer, somebody that I would put as a top 10 player in the NBA. Never, never.
Yeah.
I just personally would not. But
Mhm.
so we hit on the Lakers a little bit. Well, I'll table that conversation. I'm a Heat fan, and we haven't talked about the Heat once, and I feel like I probably should say something about the Heat. They re-signed Davion Mitchell, who's one of my favorite players. Granted, he got the same name as me, but he's 3-and-D, and he brings that dog to the team. And they also traded for Norman Powell as well. So I mean, I think the Heat. I want to say this, and I'm gonna people are gonna hate me saying it, but I think the Heat are in a place in the NBA where they are stuck at mediocrity, and they don't have a glimpse of hope anywhere coming. Because I think Pat Riley is afraid to make trades. I think Eric Spoelstra, great head coach. I'm not gonna put any of this on it, but the front office. right now and for the Miami Heat have failed this team. And I just don't think I don't see them at all making an impact in the NBA anytime soon until they make a trade. And they now don't have much of any assets to trade away. And so, I mean, it's crazy like that Miami's not a hotspot destination for some NBA free agents, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it still is, but I think Pat Riley is just too much of a wuss to actually.
He's just too stuck up. That's all that is.
He
Yeah.
probably could have gotten Lillard. He probably could have gotten KD. He probably could have gotten maybe even Giannis. But like, I think he's just so scared of his reputation and
Yeah,
all.
we look at it like it just doesn't make sense to me. It's just, I just don't. I don't understand what he has. He's failed the team completely. He's failed the team. Let's jump over to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They traded for Lonzo Ball. Larry Nance Jr. they signed as well. But my biggest question is they're over I think they're over the second apron right now by like a little bit, or the first apron at least. Do we think like I think they're going to have to trade Darius Garland? When it's going to happen, I don't know. But I don't think that. What do we think the Cavs need to do to keep that? Because they were the best team in the East last year, were they in the regular season?
It
In
was
the regular season, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, I mean, what do they need to do to keep that? And what needs to happen to get them over the line? Obviously, health is one thing, but what else needs to happen?
Really no. I mean,
I,
I think you got to give them like one more year to see
Yeah,
because they made some trades at the deadline last year. Like, I think you give it another year and then you decide whether you want to panic or not.
gotcha.
That's just my opinion.
I mean, it's funny. We sat here and we haven't said one word about the Celtics. The Celtics, like at the beginning of free agency, they traded Kristaps. They traded Drew Holiday to the Blazers. Who else did they? Oh, they didn't re-sign their center who signed for the
Fournette.
yes,
Spurs.
Cornet, yeah, the Spurs. But they traded for Anthony Simons, who 5 years, $100 million contract. I'm pretty sure he got a couple years ago. But what do we think? And then also you have to throw it to the fact that Jason Tatum has torn his Achilles. If you're the GM, if you're ownership right now for the Celtics, what's going through your mind? What are you trading for? Like where are you like where are you right now? What mentally? Like what are you thinking that this team needs to do? And are you championship this season, or we just need a season to sit here and put all the pieces together?
they got to pull a lot of pieces together, and but it's gonna be like how it was. Like they're gonna win the championship like every 5 years or so. Like they always gonna have to rebuild. So I don't know. They're always gonna be in a championship conversation. So you can't really sleep on the Celtics. So
Yeah.
I mean, kind of like with this apron stuff, like I like they sort of had to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just kind of unfortunate. Like, half of me is like, dang, but like half of me is like, it's really good for the league that you can't just like snag all these big names like the Warriors were able to do with KD, like all those like in 2016. But it's sort of like I'm trying to think of an example. It's sort of like a retool year for them. Like I don't think they expect to be contenders this year. Like I feel like the Grizzlies, like 2 years ago, like they were kind of a retool team, like with Ja out, Jaren out, like they just sort of and then they got like a higher draft pick and got Zach Edey kind of thing. So like there's nothing wrong with that. Like I don't know. I feel like the Heat can sort of do the same thing, but like you said, they on the worst thing you can be, and the Celtics don't really apply because they got their dudes, but like the worst place you can be is like too good to get a top pick, but too bad to compete in the
Yeah.
playoff. I think the Heat are there. I think the Bulls are there. I kind of think the Raptors are there too. But I think the difference with them is that they sort of have a direction,
Yeah.
and their two teams kind of you're still figuring it out. So
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I mean, I I just don't know. I definitely think this year is like a year of like, all right, like, do we keep JB? How is Tatum gonna look when he comes back? Like I think two. Well, we're gonna talk about this team and then we're gonna get close to wrapping it up. But yeah, I think the Celtics are a team that you should definitely look at to like listen. We should probably just tank this season. Like I don't think it'd be productive for them to really go out there and just be right in the middle, like you said. But one of the final teams we'll talk about today, the Dallas Mavericks. You draft Cooper Flag. You extend Kyrie Irving even on the Achilles or ACL.
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 ACL, yeah.
You signed Dante Exum as some point guard help. I think the Mavericks should look at life this season without Kyrie Irving. The way he's talking, just with the ACL injury, like he should not be playing at all this upcoming season. They should sit him until 2027. And that's what I think they will end up doing. Regardless, when you look at this team, when you look at everything, involved inside of it, with Cooper Flag now, Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson looks like he's very polished these days. What's your feeling about the Mavericks right now? Can they go back to that level they were with Luka or no?
They could, but it's not like Cooper Flat's not gonna have that effect that Luca had. Like he's just not gonna have that effect. But
Not right
he's gonna be
away.
great. Say that again?
I said not right away, but I
Yeah,
think
not right away, not right away, but he'll be great.
They just I can't really trust them like without having like a like a good like playmaker, you
Yeah.
know? Like D'Angelo Russell ain't doing that. I'm sorry. Like he's just not he's not that kind of a passer and like they got a bunch of like talented scorers and defenders, but like I'm scared that it's just going to be kind of like a hodgepodge of just moving the ball and like no real um creativity and like getting guys like team play like that's the reason why I can't see them like have the same effect because they just got a lot of front court guys. It's just kind of a not a mess, but like it's hard to see them competing like at a high level. And Cooper Flag could be like, I mean, really, really good
Yeah.
and taking that level, but I can't see it.
so. As we begin to wrap up, what any final thoughts that y'all have on NBA free agency? Any moves that y'all want to see happen, or just anything at all?
I think the Wizards had like a quiet, good offseason.
Yeah.
I think they've done exactly what a rebuilding team should be doing. They kind of taken like trading for young guys like Cam Whitmore that are like good players, but they're on a good team. So you gotta like, take those flyers, and kind of get a little bit more of a direction. I don't know where would y'all want to see like I'm just trying to remember where would you want to see like Damian Lillard go?
I think he'll go to Golden State. No,
Nah, hell no.
why he's gonna sit for this upcoming season, then I think he's gonna go wherever he wants to go.
He's gonna pick where he want to go though. Whatever the him is though.
It just I'm looking at the fits. That's what I'm looking at. It just doesn't.
Same here. It's the same with like Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook. Like
Yeah,
I don't really know where they fit best. Like at the
Westbrook should go to his retirement home. He's one of the ones I don't like either. Add him to that list
Bro,
too.
you've never liked that man.
Exactly, but we all know this. This is like a
like
consensus.
We
All right.
always get on that topic. It's
All
so
right. I mean, I just
like
don't
I
like
could have
Westbrook.
seen Lillard and
funny.
like the Clippers, but they got Bradley Beal already, so that's kind of a done deal.
I mean, Lillard. I mean, but realistically, he's gonna sit half the season anyway, or
Yeah.
three-fourths of the season anyway. So like, I mean, maybe 76ers. Like,
You can take a
Might
pay cut and go to Boston. I mean, they got too many guards. So it's
go to Boston. He ain't going to Boston.
go to Miami. He might go to Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, I like that.
Soda could be nice.
They need it. So anyway, Brax, you got anything? Any final thoughts you got?
No, I'm just listening to y'all, man. I'm just listening to y'all, man.
I didn't say nothing about LeBron. No.
Yeah.
We got a couple more videos to record. Don't worry about it. Not yet. Allon, you got anything? I got one more thing, and then
No.
we'll get out of here. All right. One team that I like that we didn't talk about, the Knicks, Jordan Clarkson. But the biggest thing in free agency that's happened is they signed Mike. Mike Brown, who to me is one of the better offensive coaches in the NBA. They were struggling offensively. That was what the issue was. I think Mike Brown will use that entire, bench and get that team more productive offensively. And yeah, that's my final thoughts about the New York Knicks. So, Braxton, thank you for joining us. Allon, Emmett, thank y'all for being here today. Leave a comment, leave a like down below. Let us know what you think. I've been your host, Davion. This has been a post game. Peace.